At the southern end of the Via del Corso is the Piazza di Venezia, where there is a relatively modern but impressive monument to the unknown soldier, which houses a military museum. From its walls you have a good view of the rooftops of Rome, none of which are allowed to be higher than the dome of St. Peter's. On the far side of this monument we had our first glimpse of the remains of the Roman Forum. These are still being explored and excavated. The patience of these people must be incredible. Only a few pillars remain to hint at what once was. The temple of Antoninus and Faustina is the best preserved and was built in 141 AD. Continuing past a third triumphal arch, you reach the Colosseum, the most famous of Rome's ancient buildings. There once were columns around the top of the Colosseum. We shall find them again later. The floor has long since vanished, and you can see the two-tiered passageways that ran underneath. The next day we walked in the opposite direction, across the river Tiber to the Vatican City. The colonnade that rings the piazza that forms the entrance was designed by Bernini, and it is here where the columns from the Colosseum found their later home. We joined the queue to enter St. Peter's Basilica itself. The entrance is guarded by the Pope's colourfully clad Swiss guards. This is the largest church in the world, although it is difficult to appreciate the scale when you are in there. The lettering here is 6 feet high. Around the dome it is 12 feet high, but the perspective is such that they look the same. It is full of statues and works of art. The most famous of which is Michelangelo's Pieta. Leading down from the centre of the church is a stairway, not open to the public, to the shrine housing the remains of St. Peter, which was part of the original church on this side. We queued to walk up to the top of the dome, took the lift to the roof of the basilica, and then entered the side of the dome itself. The easy part is to walk around the pathway, around the inside of the dome, and look down into the church below. Then, through another door, and the climb starts. 320 steps.
Just a rope to climb.
Eventually, you emerge outside at the top, with a fantastic view of the Vatican gardens as you make your way around the circumference. Then a bird's-eye view of St. Peter's Square, full of people listening to the Sunday midday address from the Pope, standing in the window of his private quarters to one side.